Hello everyone, welcome to Chemazon Complete Chemistry. Thank you so much for your overwhelming response on our first video that we had uploaded. It is really inspiring and motivating for us. Please do keep supporting us like this all the time. Thank you. So let us revise what we had done in our last lecture. So in the last lecture we had learned some of the basic rules of RS nomenclature that are useful in assigning RS configuration to organic molecules in both wedge dash formula as well as Fischer projection formula. So for those who haven't watched our first video, the link is provided in the description. Please do watch that and then you can watch this video. So in today's lecture we will learn how to assign RS nomenclature in Fischer projection formula. So Fischer projection formula we will first study in organic molecules having only one chiral carbon, and then we will study for more than one chiral carbon. So here in this slide you can see that this is a chiral carbon which is attached to four different groups, that is group A, group B, group C and group D. So if we want to see this molecule into wedge dash structure or wedge dash formula, it would look something like this. The groups, that is A and D, which are on the vertical would go away from you, and the groups B and C that are on the horizontal are the groups which are coming towards you. So how do we understand this concept in a much better manner? So let us see this boy who is standing here with his hands pointing towards you. Accordingly, his head and legs are pointing away from you. So you can consider his hands as the groups B and C attached to the horizontal, and his head and the leg as the group A and D, which is attached on the vertical. So in this manner, whenever you have any question regarding Fischer projection formula with only one chiral carbon, you can imagine yourself as the Fischer projection formula with your hands as the horizontal bonds, your head and leg as the vertical bonds, and accordingly you can visualize. You will never go wrong. So let us understand this in a much better manner by some example. So this is the example I have picked up from this year's JAM examination, that is JAM 2020. So the question that was asked was the amino acid with R configuration is. There are four options that are provided to you. So what you have to do in this question is that you have to assign R and S configuration to all the four molecules and find out which of the following structure has R configuration. By the way, these are all the molecules of amino acids. So I will wait for some time. You can pause the video and try it out by yourself whether you're getting the answer or not, or else in the next slide I am providing the solution. You can see that. So let us see the solution. So here you can see in the first structure I have assigned the priority to all the four groups attached to the chiral carbon, that is the nitrogen, the two carbons and a hydrogen. The first priority goes to the nitrogen as it has the highest atomic number. Then the question comes between these two carbon atoms. So I have given the second priority to this carbon as it is attached to two oxygen, and here also another oxygen, and this carbon as a third priority as it is attached to two hydrogens and one carbon. Since oxygen has got the higher atomic number, I have given this as a second priority and this as a third priority, and the hydrogen gets the least priority. Now on moving from 1 to 2 to 3, you can see it is clockwise direction, but you can also see that the fourth priority group is on the vertical. Whenever the fourth priority group is on the vertical bond or the wedge bond, the priority is opposite. That is, if it is clockwise, the configuration is S and not R. Similarly, in that way, I have given priority to all the groups in structure B. You can see nitrogen gets first priority, and then again we have to decide between this carbon and this carbon, which carbon will get the highest priority. So you can see that this carbon number 2, which I have given the second priority, it is attached to 2 hydrogens and 1 sulfur, whereas this carbon is attached to 3 oxygens. So you might think that this carbon, since it is attached to 3 oxygens, should get the highest priority, but no. Since here although there are 2 hydrogens and 1 sulfur, which is of higher atomic number than oxygen, this will get the highest priority, even though it has got 2 hydrogen and 1 sulfur, and here there are 3 oxygen groups. So from 1 to 2 to 3 it is anti-clockwise, but the fourth priority group is on the vertical, so the configuration to this molecule is R. So this is the correct answer. Let us also see other options. Option number C, again you can see I have done the same thing. On moving from 1 to 2 to 3, it is clockwise, and the fourth priority group is on the vertical. So the configuration for this molecule is S, which is also incorrect. In the last option also, again you can see on moving from 1 to 2 to 3, it is clockwise, and the configuration is S configuration. So out of these 4 options, options A, B and D are S configuration, so they are incorrect. So the only correct option is option number B. So now let us understand how a Fischer projection formula with 2 chiral carbon would look like. So here again you can see in the first structure I have attached 6 different groups to 2 chiral carbons in this Fischer projection formula over here. And again, if you try to see or visualize this in wedge dash formula, it would look like this, that the groups A and group F would be going away from you or into the plane of the paper, whereas the groups B, C, D and E, which are on the horizontal bonds, are coming towards you. So again, to visualize this in a much better manner, you can see this small monkey that I have put over here, which helps us. You can imagine this bond BC as his hands coming towards you, and the groups D and E as his legs, that is also coming towards you, whereas this group A as his head and group F as this tail, which both of them are going away from you. So in this way you can remember things in a much better manner and you will never forget it. So let us understand this also with some examples so that we have a better insight of the topic. So this is again from the same examination, JAM 2015 paper. So here the question asked was the structure of 2S, 3R, 2-amino, 3-hydroxy butanoic acid is. So in this question, again what you have to do, first of all you must know how to name any organic molecule, and also you should be able to give proper numbering to a particular molecule. Here in this molecule you can see that there is a 4 carbon chain, that is the longest. So, and in this also, this is the carboxylic acid group, which you might be knowing that it has got the highest priority in the IUPAC series. So we start numbering from the carboxylic acid group, which will get number 1, then this as number 2, this carbon as number 3, and this methyl carbon as number 4. So in this way you number for all the 4 molecules, and you have to find out that at the second carbon and the third carbon what is the absolute configuration. So try it out by yourself, this problem. You can pause the video and I will show you the solution in the next slide and we can discuss. So I hope you might have got the solution. Let's see. So here let us see the option number A. Here this is the second carbon and this is the third carbon. The second carbon is attached to this 4 different groups. Accordingly, I have numbered them as 1, 2 and 3 in the green that color that you can see for this chiral carbon. So from 1 to 2 to 3 it is anti-clockwise. Again the fourth priority group, that is this hydrogen, is on the vertical bond, so it is R configuration and not S configuration. Similarly for third carbon I have given priority 1, 2, 3 and 4. First priority to the oxygen as it has got the highest atomic number. The second priority goes to this carbon as it is attached to 1 nitrogen, hydrogen and carbon, whereas this carbon is attached to 3 hydrogens. So accordingly this one gets the higher priority. Then this is third, so 1 to 2 to 3 clockwise, and the fourth group is on the vertical, so the configuration is S. So this is 2R and 3S, but in the question we are asked 2S and 3R, so this is the incorrect option. Let us move on to option number B. Again I have done the same exercise for carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. I have given priority 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 according to the atomic number, and on moving from 1 to 2 to 3 it is clockwise. The group 4 is on the vertical, so the group absolute configuration is S. And for the third carbon, again from 1 to 2 to 3 it is clockwise, so it should be R, but it is S because the fourth priority group is on the vertical bond or the wedge bond. So this is 2S, 3S. Again this is incorrect. Let us see the C option. Here again I have done the same thing from 1 to 2 to 3. You can see it is clockwise, fourth priority group on the wedge, so the absolute configuration is S and not R. Similarly for the third carbon I have done the same exercise. From 1 to 2 to 3 it is anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, so the configuration is R. So this is 2S and 3R which was asked in the question. So this is your correct answer. C is the correct answer for this question. Let us check option D as well. So here again you can see that this is the second chiral carbon. From 1 to 2 to 3 it is counterclockwise, so the configuration is R. And on the third carbon again from 1 to 2 to 3 it is counterclockwise, so it is R. So this is 2R, 3R. So all the other options, that is A, B and D, are incorrect. So the correct option left is only option C. So this is the correct answer for this question. So this is the end of today's lecture. Please stay tuned for new updates and new videos like this. We will also be posting more previous year questions of JAM examination and also other examinations like JEE NEET. And thank you so much for having patience. Thank you.